Alright, folks, welcome to my NFL Week 3 predictions. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, Thursday Night Football, we have the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Giants going scoreless in the first 6 quarters of the season, and then getting a win against the tanking Cardinals. A bit concerning there, 49ers absolutely dominated the Steelers in the first game, and then made a bit closer against the Rams at at LA. I think there's be no question about it. San Francisco wins. Alright, the beginning of our round 1 games on Sunday. We have the Tennessee Titans taking on the Cleveland Browns. Both teams 1-1. Browns just lost Nick Chubb for the year, but they did sign Kareem Hunt for this year to replace Chubb. This game to me is a bit more of a toss-up for me. Both teams have great defenses and little sus offenses. The main factor in deciding on who wins this game was where it's being played at, and it's being played in Cleveland. So I have Cleveland winning this game. Next game is Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Atlanta Falcons 2-0 just beat the Green Bay Packers, while the Lions, they beat the Chiefs but then lost to the Seahawks. This is going to be a quite close game, but since it's being played in Detroit, I do have Detroit winning it. Next game is the New Orleans Saints taking on the Green Bay Packers. The Saints, great defense, but not really good offense. They have no run game. And the Packers, they just lost the Falcons, choking a big lead. Honestly, it's being played in Green Bay, home opener for Jordan Love. I think the Green Bay Packers should win this game. I believe they should have some players back from injury, and they should win this game. Next game is Denver Broncos heading to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I think this should be pretty easy. The Dolphins are gonna win. There's no way. The next game is the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Both teams are 0-2 and cannot afford a loss. But it is in Minnesota, so I have Minnesota winning it purely because it's in Minnesota, and I think they're going to be a bit more hungrier, and the Chargers are probably going to charger it up. Next game is the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets. New York Jets, they lost Aaron Rodgers, and it's for him. And Bill Belichick just has the Jets, just owns the Jets with their defense and everything. That the Patriots will get their first win this season against the Jets. The Buffalo Bills are taking on the Washington Commanders. Buffalo just came in with a dominating win against the Raiders. The Commanders, a surprise 2-0 team, but you can say that they played against the Cardinals and then they played against the Broncos. But I think the Bills showed that they are legit last week, and that's why I'm having Buffalo wins. Next game is the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think last game proves that the Texans are with that offensive line, and it's in Jacksonville. Jacksonville will win. Yeah, the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens 2-0. They beat just coming off a win against the Bengals, and they handled business against the Texans. The Colts handled business against the Texans in Texas. They did. The Colts, I assume they will be starting Gardner Minshew to make sure Anthony Richardson's okay with the concussion. I personally believe I just cannot pick the Colts to lose. I'm having Indy winning this in a surprise win. Alright, yeah, the Carolina Panthers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The Panthers, their offense is just putrid. They have a great defense, and because of that, Seattle's a good team all around. Seattle's gonna win, and it's in Seattle. Next game is Chicago Bears versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City wins. There's no way the Bears are gonna win. Dallas Cowboys versus the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are obviously tanking. Dallas wins. Alright, Sunday Night Football. You have the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. This is going to be the most boring game ever. Raiders just got smoked last week, and the Steelers' defense scored more points than their offense in order to win. And I'm just I'm just going to go Pittsburgh wins. Mainly because of their defense, and I think this is the week that their offense finally does something, but And alright, get to Monday Night Football. You have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, both 2-0 teams, and this game's in Tampa Bay, so I expect this game to be very close, although it could end a blowout. The Eagles, a bit slow, especially on the offense. Tampa is, they're winning, but they did beat the Vikings, and then they did beat the Bears. I think Philadelphia's although they did both beat the Vikings, but I think the Patriots are better than the Bears. I think the Eagles, after last season, I don't know if I can choose against the Eagles. Philadelphia wins. Alright, last game of the year. No, not the year, but the week. Last game of the year. It's like, oh no, it's just started. I have the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Rams, 1-1. They held their own against the 49ers, and they took care of business against the Seahawks. The Bengals, 0-2. A little bit cause for concern, especially with that injury to Joe Burrow. A little bit lax on the defense, a little bit lax on their O-line. Rematch of Super Bowl 56. And I think the Super Bowl 56 champion will win and move to 2-1. And I think the Bengals will move to 0-3. A little bit cause for concern for the Bengals. Anyway, that's it. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment about my predictions. I will be seeing